Okay, welcome back to 111. Since this is essentially my daily diary now, as well as me watching this video over here that is off screen. Last night, or this morning, at like 1 or 2 in the morning, my old dog died. So, it was my siblings, my middle sibling's dog, but I think it hit us really hard because he was very healthy. And then he just started coughing, and they said it was nothing. But apparently it was actually unrelated to his coughing. It was his heart murmur that just got really bad really fast, and we dropped him out of bed before he could even drive back because it was like an hour away because this was an emergency vet. He died before, or we had to put him down because he was suffering so bad. So yeah, that was something. We all stayed up until 4 in the morning. So yeah. But yeah, so before any of that, I wanted to show you guys my wisdom. Well, my one wisdom tooth, but this is my dentures. These are my teeth. Wait, no, that's me. Yeah. But, I don't know if I should show that. What would you possibly want to do? Yeah, it's not like imprints of my teeth, you know, where they're spaced and stuff, but, still. So yeah, I think that's really fun, so I'm gonna hang that up. I think I talked about it. I think I'm going to hang that up in my room somewhere. Yeah, I think it's just a really cool art piece. I always wanted it like an x-ray on my wall. I always thought it was really cool. Yeah, I don't know, I really do. I think, you know, some people like ultrasound of their baby and stuff. I'm like, yeah, that's good and all, but have you tried x-rays? Those are great. Anyways, yeah. Yeah, without being so emotional, what happened was the dog was like over 11 years old. We got him when I was like 12, and a little bit before that, but especially from 10 to 14, I was really depressed. So, and it's such a cliche thing, but you know, when I was also came from a very abusive household. So when I was crying upstairs, alone, this tiny little dog would always come, try to comfort me. And the reason I'm talking about it isn't because I want to make a show of it, and isn't because actually I'm actually I don't know. I do know. Anyways, it's not like the saddest thing in the world for me or anything, which like it looks like. But no, it's just because I wanna I wish I could talk about it to someone, but since I'm stuck in the house, obviously, I don't really have anyone, like a friend or anything, to lean on, or, you know, even just, like, coworker or anything to, like, talk about it. Yeah, and in our family we don't really talk about things, so I guess it's one of those things that I hear, or I was taught, that the reason why you want to talk about things like trauma or loss is so it's acknowledged. So I think this is me just like acknowledging it myself and everything. But yeah, it wasn't like, I know he was completely healthy, but it was almost not out of the blue, because I remember 4 days ago taking a photo of the dog, and I was like, huh, the last photo I ever took of him. And I'm like, no, where did that come from? And again, he was like coughing a little bit, but we took him to the doctors, and they just said it's because he's old, and it's human, and it's cold and humid, and he just is old, and he's gonna cough. So every time it rained or snowed, he did that. But the idea that, I don't know, like, I thought those kind of things, it just kind of sucks, you know? But yeah, he was like super duper healthy, until last couple months. Even he had a heart murmur diagnosis, and then he had the weather thing, and then because of both those things, we couldn't, in the pandemic, we couldn't get his like teeth cleaned and stuff. But when they checked out him, they're like, his teeth are a little loose, but he didn't lose any teeth. He had all his teeth. He was like 11 years old, and he was small. So and yeah, I remember getting him in middle school, right at the beginning of middle school, and we picked him up at this like tiny, really horrible, shut down like pet shop, and we're like, okay, they would like, I don't know, it was not good. It wasn't a good shop. Obviously support local businesses and stuff, but not in that case. Anyways, we would go in there, and we found him, and he was part of a litter, and many years later, he was one of the, like, he was the last one, and we got him, and you're like, why did you buy from, listen, I was 12, okay, and so we got him, and we looked around different places, but we're like, okay, pretty much what they said is people, or they would get animals that they need or they would get rid of and stuff, and so apparently there was birds, and it was not good. I forgot about that place, kind of the inside a lot, but the floor was uneven, it was pretty small, all the things were in too small cages, especially the birds, but oh boy, that was not a good place. Anyways, and some of them were like kind of like shelter animals, like they weren't breeding for selling, they were like a cat that was needing to be taken care of, you know, kind of thing. Anyways, it was still like sold them though with no care. But yeah, and so a few years later, this person down the street went, you're the one that took that dog, huh? And I was like, yeah, our family has that dog. And they're like, yeah, my friend got the second to last one. I was going to get the last one, but it was gone before I could get it. I was like, okay, sure, whatever. You're like 12 and I'm 14. I really, not even, I'm 13 at this point. I'm like, I don't care. And yeah, they were kind of upset that my family got his last dog. And I was like, I don't care. Even at that point, I'm just like, who cares? He's helping me through, like, yeah, not my dog, but I remember, you know, him just being there and being so small, a little puppy, and then he started aging, and he aged. I have a video from even just 6 years ago, so he was like 4, and yeah, he was barking, and he seems so young in that video now, and his feet were gray, and his little face was gray. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know why, but you know, I don't know. Some people can say you can just tell, but yeah, just like I could. I don't know. Every time certain things, I'm just like, soon. And I was like, what? That's such a dark thought. But yeah, it was just something that I felt like was true, and it was. Because I was gonna do a thing where where I recorded him coming home from walks because he was all so happy. But I did one day and then I never did again because I always forgot to, or didn't feel comfortable because so many people were there, and some days he wasn't, you know, different things. And again, sometimes I was just not there when that happened. And then, especially since then, he couldn't go out because it was cold and stuff. So I deleted the one video I did have of him doing that. And I hate that I did that. I didn't even check my garlic plant today. I should do that right after this. Yeah. So obviously I need to go my weekly doctor's appointment. We moved it back to tomorrow and not today, which I tried to do. Because the hours are different each day of the week. Don't know why, just it is. But yeah, even on the way to the emergency center, apparently the dog was declining so fast. Like in the car he left and he seemed fine. He just was breathing heavily by the time they got to the regular bed, and then to the emergency bed apparently the dog puked and maybe even peed on my sibling, the owner of the dog, which just sucks. But then they're like, hey, he's declining so fast, you should come back. And I'm like, dude, you're like an hour away. There's just no way we can turn around. It's freaking like 1 a.m. So I called them like, okay, listen, what, because they thought they could like save him, which would have been expensive, but we didn't do that. And we were going to, but he was declining so fast. They're like, no, he won't make it to 2 days for the person to come to take care of him because it was a heart problem. There's just no way. And I'm like, yeah. So we we put him down, but we're like, okay, do we put him down now, or do we try to drive an hour? And she's like, dude, he won't last an hour. And we just don't want him in pain. So instantly called back and we're like, okay, do it now. It's like putting, I don't know, there's some people out there that's like, no, I don't believe in putting down pets. I'm like, so you're gonna have him die slowly and painfully and like panic because he can't freaking breathe because his heart's giving out? So we're like, no, don't worry about that, because she was worried we were gonna be one of those people. I'm like, yeah, don't worry about that. Yeah, that was a long day because all that happened in one like day for me, going to the dentist and then recorded this, and then in the middle of the night going to do like multiple different vets. I was here, but obviously I was stayed informed and I had to take care of the other dogs, like feeding them and stuff. But oh boy, that was a long day. It just felt like forever because I think about it, I'm like, oh, like 2-3 days ago. I'm like, no, that was yesterday morning. I'm like, so yeah. Hey, anyways,